This is not a charity. This is a financial institution. You should have thought about stability before making life decisions. Do you know how irresponsible you look? If you can't afford $5,000, maybe you shouldn't be having a baby.
The room went quiet. Moments earlier, everything inside Sterling National Bank felt polished and untouchable, one of the most prestigious banks in downtown Chicago. Business owners, corporate clients, people in tailored suits, and at the very back of the line stood a woman in a faded gray coat, 8 months pregnant, holding a thin envelope. Her name was Emily Harper. She had been standing for 37 minutes. No one offered her a seat. When she finally reached the front desk, she spoke softly. "I'm here to apply for a small business loan." The receptionist looked her up and down. "What amount?" $5,000. The receptionist blinked. "5,000? Yes, ma'am. For what purpose?" "To keep my bakery open, just until I recover after delivery." The receptionist hesitated. "Please wait." Minutes later, the branch manager stepped out of his glass office. Mark Caldwell. Sharp suit, expensive watch, polished shoes. He didn't smile. "You're requesting a loan?" he asked loudly. "Yes," Emily replied, adjusting her grip on the envelope. "How much?" $5,000. A man in line behind her smirked. Caldwell laughed, actually laughed. "For $5,000? She nodded. "I've run my bakery for 6 years. I just need a short-term cushion for payroll and supplies." "Where's your husband?" he asked. The lobby went quiet. "I'm not married," Emily answered calmly. "So you're about to have a baby alone, and you think this is the right time to expand debt?" "I'm not expanding. I'm trying to survive." He shook his head. "Do you have collateral?" "No." "Significant savings?" "No." He spread his hands dramatically. "So let me understand this." He turned slightly, making sure others could hear. "You're 8 months pregnant, no spouse, no collateral, and you want the bank to take a risk on $5,000? Her cheeks flushed. "It's not a risk. I have revenue statements in that envelope." He didn't take it. "Ms. Harper. Ms. Harper, this is a national bank. We don't operate like a charity." A few people in line shifted uncomfortably. She swallowed. "I've never missed rent, never missed utilities. My customers rely on me." "And what happens when you go into labor?" he shot back. "I've arranged for my assistant manager to run things." "And if complications happen?" Silence. He leaned closer. "Banks invest in stability. You're not stable." Her fingers tightened around the envelope. "I'm asking for $5,000, she whispered. He straightened up. "And I'm declining." Right there, in front of everyone. "Next in line," he called. She didn't move. "Sir, could you at least review my paperwork?" He sighed dramatically. "Fine." He snatched the envelope, pulled out the documents, glanced at them for less than 5 seconds, then handed them back. "You should apply at a payday lender." A few gasps. "That's not fair," someone muttered quietly. Caldwell ignored it. "Bringing a child into the world without financial security is already a risk. Don't ask us to finance another one." That did it. The humiliation wasn't subtle anymore. It was deliberate. Her breathing became shallow. She felt every eye on her. She bent slowly to gather the papers that had slipped from her hands. No one moved to help her. And that's when the glass doors opened. The lobby didn't notice at first, until security straightened and 2 executives stepped in. Behind them, a tall, older man in a dark overcoat, silver hair, calm expression. James Whitmore, chairman of Sterling National Bank. He rarely visited branches. Caldwell immediately stiffened. "Mr. Whitmore, we weren't informed." The chairman didn't respond. His eyes were on the pregnant woman kneeling on the marble floor, picking up her papers. He walked forward slowly. "Is there a reason this woman is on the ground in my bank?" Silence. Caldwell forced a smile. "Just a declined application, sir. High-risk borrower." Whitmore's gaze sharpened. "How much?" $5,000. The chairman paused. $5,000? "Yes, sir." "For what purpose?" Whitmore asked gently, now looking at Emily. "To keep my bakery open," she said, barely above a whisper. Whitmore looked back at Caldwell. "You humiliated her over $5,000?" "Sir, policy," Caldwell interrupted. "Policy?" he asked. He turned to the crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask, does anyone here believe a national bank collapses over $5,000? A few people shook their heads. Whitmore faced Caldwell again. "Did you review her statements?" "Yes, briefly." "Briefly?" He took the papers from Emily himself. He scanned them properly. His expression changed. Consistent revenue, positive cash flow, loyal customer base. He looked at her. "You've operated for 6 years?" "Yes, sir." "No missed payments?" "No." Whitmore closed the folder slowly. Then he did something no one expected. He turned to the entire lobby. "This bank was founded by my grandfather with a $5,000 loan." The room froze. He continued calmly. "We were built by people exactly like her." Caldwell said nothing. Whitmore handed the papers to an executive. "Approve the loan." "Sir?" Caldwell started. "Immediately." Then he added, "and increase it to $20,000, 0 interest for the first year." The lobby gasped. Whitmore looked at Emily. "Not charity, investment." Tears filled her eyes for the first time. "Thank you," she whispered. He nodded. Then he turned to Caldwell. "We do not measure worth by appearance." Whitmore paused. "You didn't fail a loan application today." He paused. "You failed leadership. You risked this bank's reputation over $5,000. He turned to the executives. "Replace him immediately." The words echoed in the marble hall. Sterling National does not tolerate humiliation disguised as policy. Caldwell's badge was requested on the spot. The same lobby that heard him laugh now watched him escorted out in silence. In less than 10 minutes, the entire atmosphere had flipped. The same people who avoided eye contact with her now watched with respect. An assistant offered her a seat, water, privacy, but she had already regained something bigger: dignity. 3 weeks later, a small news article featured a photo. "Sterling National supports local bakery expansion." And beneath that headline, a picture of Emily Harper, smiling, pregnant, standing behind her bakery. Because sometimes the smallest number reveals the biggest character, and sometimes $5,000 is enough to expose who truly understands value. If you believe people deserve respect no matter their situation, drop a heart in the comments and follow for more powerful stories with real-life lessons.